Chair of the Shaftsbury Select Board. I'm calling this meeting to order at 5 p.m. on Thursday, March 25th, 2021. Let me check with the board. Does anyone have a conflict of interest with anything appearing on the agenda this evening?
No.
No.
No. Are there any announcements? I will remind those who are tuned in that town meeting this year will not be an in-person town meeting. It will, all the questions, mainly the budget, will be by Australian ballot on Tuesday when we elect officers. And we will have an informational meeting on Sunday, February 28th at 3 p.m. via teleconference. All this information is in the warning, which is available on the website. Any public comments? All right, the main purpose for this special meeting is warrants. And so the one I have here is payroll warrant 17, $27,499.19.
So moved.
Second.
Tony, seconded by Art. Any discussion on the payroll? All in favor of approval, say aye.
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 Aye. That looks like everybody. So that payroll warrant 17, $27,499.19 is approved 300. And Dave, I believe you have the check warrant.
Okay, we have check warrant number 27 for $196,939.97.
So move.
Second.
Okay, the large items here are Aflac for 1,000, Appalachia salt for 4,600, 2,400, and 2,300. 1672 to the business card. That includes $1,408 for the cemetery computer laptop, so the cemetery superintendent can start bringing the paperwork up to a digitized version. That came out of their reserve fund. A few purchases from WB Mason, Zoom payment, and a couple of things for the water department that's coming out of their funds. We're buying a lot of different safety gear and equipment that he recommends we have. Then we have Comcast for 300, 100, and 200. The big one, of course, the reason we're really here is Dolores for $146,054.53. That's to pay for the new truck that was picked up today that we ordered last January. It's 13-month lead times now, so it seems like a long time ago, but we finally have it. We have 8,600 to the Dufresne Group, who is doing the water main planning, and that, of course, is coming out of the water budget. We have a number to GA Bow for fuels, a couple of Green Mountain Power, Nimerick for 1,995, and that's the company that is assisting the assessors getting the grand list ready for this year. We have a contract with them. Sycamore Landscaping for 2,100. That's just the annual cost divided by 12 for maintenance of the cemeteries. And then William Daly, 5,600, 3,700, and 4,700, and that's all winter sand. And that's all the major ones.
Other discussion? Okay, all in favor of the check warrant, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So there will be none opposed, none abstaining. And Dave, remind me of the check number.
27.
27. And do I recall correctly, $196,939.97?
Yes. Yep.
All right, that check warrant is approved 300. So the other thing we put on the agenda was discussion of the town meeting teleconference that we'll have on Sunday at 3 p.m. We have, Dave and I have been through some training on the subject. And one of the things that they recommended was establishing rules of procedure. What we came up with is pretty simple. The public comments only at the end of each section as indicated on the agenda, and that all participants will be muted at other times. To comment, use the raise hand function in Zoom or enter your comments into chat. On the phone, you can use *9, which will indicate to the host that you have raised your hand and want to speak, and they can call on you in that manner. Also, phone callers, it would be helpful if you would keep yourself muted, and you can do that with *6. *6 mutes and unmutes. It's a toggle. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes. During each comment period, all participants will be allowed to speak before calling on someone again, and comments may be limited at the discretion of the moderator. And then we also put out some details for the host in an email, just indicating how we intend to manage all of that. But does anyone on the select board have any questions or worries about that? All of you will be able to unmute yourselves during presentations. The public will not be able to unmute themselves. We will allow them to unmute themselves during the comment period. So if someone is not able to use the raise hand function or forgets to use it, they can unmute and yell and get attention the old-fashioned way.
Who controls that, Tim?
The
Does
co-host?
Cat TV?
No,
Who
this will
controls
operate
the?
just like a regular Zoom. So we will assign co-hosts to me, Dave, the select board. Cat TV will be a co-host, and Tom Daly will be a co-host. So any of those people can affect those changes. Will probably, it will most likely, I would guess, be me doing the muting and unmuting.
Yep, okay,
And if Tom Daly is comfortable doing that and running the meeting at the same time, he's certainly welcome to do it. We'll do a little coordinating at the top to make sure we're not working at cross purposes, that I'm clicking mute while he's clicking unmute and that sort of thing.
do you think it'd be a good idea if we met a few minutes before the meeting actually opens up to the public, just to go over this again with Tom?
I do. And I would give you a gold star if you can get Tom Daly to show up 15 minutes early.
Yep.
Okay, any other business?
Tim, this was advertised as going from 3 to 5. Do we have to wait until 5 o'clock before we adjourn? If nobody,
no.
Okay, nobody can say they were denied due process because they called up at 4:30 and we were all gone.
Well, it's advertised to start at 3. So
3, okay,
yeah,
all right,
so
just
it
checking
will
all
go
the
until-
possibilities, you know.
I'm not anticipating a large crowd.
No, I agree.
I
Yep.
expect by 4:30, after an hour and a half, that we'll be done.
Yep,
Uh,
okay,
We can go until 6:20. That's when Cat TV has to cut out and go cover panel.
okay.
Tell Cat TV if we're still on at 6:20 to just shoot me.
Yeah.
Okay,
I did just see Tom Daly join the meeting, but he appears nowhere on my screens.
I am not seeing Tom Daly.
He said another meeting.
Yeah,
hang in a few more minutes, you'll make it.
he came in an email that he's joined the meeting, but I don't see him in the meeting.
No, see, only 5 participants.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's waiting anywhere, so.
If you can, he sent you an email just now.
No, Zoom sends it automatically.
Oh, saying that he was trying to get into the meeting.
Well, it said he joined the meeting. But he's
Oh,
not.
you know what that was? That was the,
Wherever he is.
that happens when he clicks accept on the calendar invitation. We didn't include the calendar invitation in this one though, did we? No, so I don't know
I
what
get
that was.
them for some people, I get those notifications. I don't know why. That's why it kind of surprised me. It popped up in the corner as an email.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I don't know what to do with that email, but it just says he's joining.
yeah, well, what I thought was the case there was that if you, Zoom will produce a calendar invitation, which you can send in the email, which will pop up and say, accept, tentative, decline on the meeting. And if they click accept, I thought that was where you got that email back saying that they had accepted just in terms of scheduling.
Hmm.
I could be wrong because I don't get those very often.
Yeah, nor do I. In any event, whatever he joined, it isn't this one.
Yeah. Well, that would be it then. The only action item is for Art to contact Tom Bailey, see if he can tune in to the meeting at 2:45 on Sunday. And we can
Okay.
go through procedures.
So 2:45, we'll meet a few minutes early. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, Tim, what time I was gonna like open it up or log it? Well, yeah, Kat's gonna open it, so. Will they open the meeting, or when we click on, do we open the meeting?
Kat, can you turn on the meeting at 2:45? He may be dealing with something else there. Maybe we better check with Cat TV then.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's actually, I mean, we start these, I don't know, because they have so many, if they're supposed to start them.
Yeah.
Tom
Oh, there's
Daly
Tom
just
Daly.
arrived. He's in the waiting room.
who is?
Tom, I'm
Okay.
letting him in now.
Here he is. It's Tom.
Tom, we were just talking about you.
You're muted, Tom.
Yep, there we go.
There we
Okay,
go.
took me a while to find it. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. We have gone through the rules of procedure. Did you see that email?
I believe I did, yes.
I can go through it again here. The idea is that from the public's point of view, public comments only at the end of each section, and that's indicated on the agenda.
Yep.
All participants will be muted at other times. To comment, use the raise hand function in Zoom or enter comments into the chat. We will have somebody monitoring the chat who is not an active participant in the meeting. People on the phone can hit *9 to raise their hand. They can also use *6 to mute and unmute. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes. During each comment period, all participants will be allowed to speak before calling on someone again, and comments may be limited at the discretion of the moderator. And then we have a few technical details on how we intend to manage that. And you are welcome to do the clicking if you want, or I can. At the start of the meeting, we will use the mute all function and mute everybody. And we will uncheck the part that says allow participants to unmute themselves. So during presentations, the public will not be able to speak at all. We will make co-host of Tom Daly, Dave Kiernan, the select board, and Martha Cornwell, who is monitoring the chat. So those people will always be able to unmute themselves and answer questions or mute and unmute people. So during the comment period, we will check allow participants to unmute themselves. So if someone wants to speak or they are not able to use the raise hand function, they can get our attention and speak that way. After the comment period, we will go back to muting everybody and taking away their option to unmute. And then over the course of the meeting, Martha will be monitoring the chat and will inform the moderator of questions or comments that come into the chat. So that's how we intend to manage it all. It's just going to be like a regular Zoom. The CAT TV has put out the links. Their licenses for regular Zoom, just with more people than most of us can accommodate in Zoom. So it should be something we're familiar with.
Yep. Who usually, you've been doing your select board meetings like this for quite some time, right?
Correct.
Who usually does the so-called moderating, the clicking and unclicking the mute and looking for the raised hands and everything like that?
I do.
So this is something that this isn't a new drill for you.
No. The only
Initially,
main part will be the number of participants could be conceivably larger. We typically get one or none people in our select board meetings.
okay. All right, what I'm thinking about is, and I guess we'll think it through and see how it goes, but whether or not, just how much control of the meeting you should have versus me, to avoid any kind of confusion or whatever, but let's.
You're certainly welcome to control the clicking if you're comfortable with that.
I don't know if I am. That's what I'm getting at is, if that's something that you've been doing right along, does
Yeah.
it make more sense that I'm available on there if somebody's raising hell or whatever, but.
Yeah. Well, you know what you could do is tell me what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, say, please mute everyone at this time. We're going to have a presentation. Now we're going to comments. Tim, please allow people to unmute. And again, encourage people to use the raise hand function. And then it will be you in control.
Okay.
And I'll just be your servant.
It's a different world.
Yeah, it is. But you've had a time or two, you didn't have to drive them
Jesus.
on failure that you didn't mind the Zoom so much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Tom, if you're comfortable, I think we're ready to go. Any other questions or concerns?
It's almost too simple. So this is going to be on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Are there going to be any are we all going to be via Zoom in different places?
Yes.
So there isn't going to be any time that the board's all going to be in one bay of the garage or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
It's also going to be at 2:45, Tom. We're going to meet ahead of time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, if we can clear that with Cat TV. Cat TV, are you there yet? They were not hearing us a minute ago. We want to confirm that they can start up at 2:45, and then we'll turn the meeting on early and just start making sure we've got everything under control.
I think the important thing is you just keep emphasizing to people that they can't go changing anything that's on the ballot. What's on the ballot has got to be either voted all the way up or all the way down as far as the budget and that sort of stuff. So this is a little bit different than town meeting.
I think, yep, I think they'll, I think most of them will get it. I agree, Art. And it'll be interesting. It's going to be, I think we'll have more people attending than we think. And
Okay,
it's going to be the opportunity for them all to say what they want to say, but I'd be surprised if anybody tries to change anything.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see, who understands, who gets it.
And just to be clear, in the training that Dave and I took, this is not a town meeting. This is an informational hearing. And for all of the allowances that the legislature has made to allow us to do business by Zoom, we are not allowed to do anything like a vote, a town meeting vote. So we even worried for a while there about, could we elect you moderator at the start of this meeting? And the answer to that was no. You are, this is a select board meeting, but we are allowed to have a moderator help us control it. So that's the tact we're taking.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid. It's a select board meeting, informational meeting, sort of town meeting, but because of the pandemic and unusual circumstances, it's kind of a legal fiction. It's allowed to take the place of the meeting.
Yeah.
It is. But
Well,
I'm glad to hear you say that about the reminder that it is informational, because it's a little bit of a different nature than the regular annual town meeting. But the annual town meeting still is going to be held on March 2nd with the voting, the ballot.
correct. Yeah, it's really the case that, this year only, as an exception, the legislature allowed us, the select board, to say town meeting is by Australian ballot, which some towns do anyway. But that only applies this year. It's not a decision that we normally can legally make. It's normally a decision that has to be made by the citizens at town meeting to move it to Australian ballot
for the next year.
for the next year, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to remind people that in the meeting that this is a one-time deal, that we have not moved town meeting to Australian ballot except while we're under emergency medical order. That next year it'll go back to normal.
Mhm.
There was some confusion about that early on.
Yeah, I think I've had one or two people with a raised eyebrow of, wait a minute, how did that happen? And it's been very easy simply to say that's the special dispensation from the legislature because of the pandemic. We're allowed to do it.
Right.
And then next year we reset and go back to the way that we normally do it.
Right.
Are you guys hearing anything, any scuttlebutt, anything on the street about any kind of issues, or anybody want to raise the devil about anything? I'm hearing nothing.
I have not heard anything. No.
Nothing.
It's an indication you guys are doing a good job,
We hope so.
really.
Yeah, we hope so. We usually hear when we make a mistake.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that happens, huh?
Yeah. So Tom, if you're comfortable with everything, we're done with our meeting. We paid our bills.
Okay. Yeah, I am. It's going to be pretty straightforward. It'll be pretty good.
I think so. I think so.
One thing I'm watching is going to be the number of people that attend. And perhaps the discussion that might have to occur afterwards. What if we get 300 people that attend? Then it's going to kind of be, maybe we should be doing this, some kind of a hybrid combination or something next year, or more of a presence of video monitors in the actual gymnasium for everybody to kind of be in the same room together type of thing.
You could have online streaming.
Yes.
and a bank of people answering, or directing the questions. Remember, we had talked about that at the last town meeting. I think Carl had brought it up, because there are a number of people out there who cannot attend town meeting. So those people may show up on Sunday.
Yes, yeah.
If they're comfortable with the technology, that may be the issue.
Well, what's fortunate right now is a lot of them, this won't be their first time at Zoom. A lot of them will already
Yeah.
have been doing it with kids and
Yeah, that's
friends
true.
and medical and things like that.
Yeah. Although there are a number of people who don't have any internet connection, right?
I've
It's
heard
Jim.
about some of those people,
Yeah,
yeah.
Tim knows about
And
that.
Jim will fix that. Yeah.
About that. That's my next meeting, yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, if there's nothing else, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by Tony,
Second.
second by Art. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right.
See you guys Sunday.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
everybody.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Yep, thank you all.